Good morning. How are you? It's so good to see you. We'll sing and be happy, 'cause we're all here together again. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to my backyard. Day 2 of our online teacher learning time. Have our calendar here. We're going to go ahead and get started with our calendar. What month is it? April. It is April. Now, we are going to count all the way down to here. Down to here. We're going to start with 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Look at that. Day number 14, April 14th, 2020. 14 days in April. Man, it is flying by, isn't it? Now, who remembers what that 1 represents? What does that 1 in 14 represent? Do you remember? It represents 1 group of 10. Very good. And what does that 4 represent? Do you remember? 1 group of 10, 4 extra ones. Very good. 1 group of 10 and 4 extra ones. Okay? 14. Now, how many days are in your week? 7. Let's sing them. You ready? Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 7 days in your week. How many months in your year? Do you remember? 12. 12 days in, 12 months in our year. Are you ready? January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Very good. All right, so we are going to pick right back up where we left off yesterday. Same essential question. What do you know about our country? What do you know about our country? And what country do we live in? The USA, United States of America. United States of America. That is the country we live in. All right, just a quick refresher of the vocabulary words we learned yesterday. The word country. A country is an area of land and people who are ruled by one government. And the word travel. Travel. To travel is to move from one place to another. Travel. All right? Now, today we are going to reread our story, Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. We're going to reread that story today, and then we're going to ask some questions throughout the story. We do this every week where we get to read our stories 2 times, and the second time is when we get to ask more questions about our text. Now, who remembers the genre? Do you remember the genre of our story? It is a nonfiction. It's an informational text. And one of the biggest clues that we have about to know if something is an informational text or not is if it includes those real photographs. Now, this story is a little bit different from our other stories. It has these characters that are illustrations. It's a little confusing because most of our nonfiction informational texts are all photographs, but this one has done a blend of both photographs and illustrations. So the informational part, the real pictures, those are real places. The characters, they're actually made up. These characters are not real people. Okay? All right, so we are going to reread this story, and I'm going to ask you guys some questions throughout, and you can answer it quietly to yourself in your head, or if there's someone in the room with you or your reading friend that I gave you guys, you can talk about it with them. Okay? All right, Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. by Renee Colato Lainez, illustrated by Angela Dominguez. You know who it doesn't mention? It doesn't mention the photographer. It says illustrated by Angela Dominguez. I wonder if she also took the pictures. We are in Washington, D.C. It is the capital of the United States, and Anna, said Anna to Mama and her little sister Sarah. Anna ran and hugged her tia Louisa and said, I cannot wait to visit the historic places. All right, so I know that the title of the book is Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. Now, I read that the family is in Washington, D.C., and that there are historic places to visit. I think Washington, D.C. is going to be the main topic of this story. Think so? The next morning, Anna and Sarah were holding a large map. Look, Sarah, we will visit all these places. Tia Louisa and Mama waved American flags. They gave flags to Anna and Sarah. Anna opened the front door and said, Ready, set, let's go. All right, where do you think that Anna and Sarah got the flags that they're waving? Let's reread. Tia Louisa and Mama waved American flags. They gave flags to Anna and Sarah, so they got the flags from Mama and Tia Louisa. This is the National Mall, Tia Louisa said. I don't see any stores, Sarah said. There are no stores here, Tia Louisa replied. Sarah turned around and said, I get it. Instead of stores, this mall has historic buildings. All right, so where are they on these pages? They're in Washington, D.C., but what is the name of this long stretch right here? That is called the National Mall, and it's not a place with stores. That's just what they call it. It's a national mall, and she's right. Instead of stores, it has a lot of buildings, historic buildings. What is that tall building? Asked Anna. It looks like a giant number 1, Sarah said. This is the Washington Monument. It was built to honor the first president or leader of the United States, George Washington. Mama opened her purse. Look, his face is on the dollar bill and the quarter, Anna cried. Do you understand what she means when it looks like a giant number 1? It's just a straight line down, just like our number 1. That's what she means by that. Who is this tall man sitting on that big chair? Anna asked. He is Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. He ended slavery and helped keep the United States together, Tia Louisa said. He is also on the pennies that Sarah and I put inside our piggy banks, Anna said. So why is she holding this penny? Why is she holding that penny? Right, because it has Abraham Lincoln, the guy in this monument. It's his face on the penny. He was our 16th president. We talked about him during President's Day back in February. Who lives in this beautiful house? Anna asked. The President of the United States lives in the White House, Tia Louisa said. Can we knock and say hello? Anna and Sarah asked. The President is a busy person, Tia Louisa said, but I have tickets to get inside. Yes, said everyone. All right, so what's the name of this building? Yes, this is the White House. It's where the president lives. No matter who the president is, lives in the White House. All except, do you remember? There was one president who did not live in the White House. Do you remember who it was? George Washington. George Washington did not live in the White House. It was still being built. He lived in his home on Mount Vernon. This building is bigger than my whole school. It is the Capitol building, They make laws here, Tia Louisa said. Are laws like school rules? Anna asked. Tia Louisa and Mama nodded. We need to follow rules or we will get in trouble, Anna said to Sarah. Gotta follow rules at home too, right? Alright. So, these two pictures, they're both white buildings, right? And they both have these white columns, but they're two different buildings. This one is the White House where he lives, the president lives, and this is the Capitol building where he works. Okay? You can remember that because it's got this big dome on the top. Look, there are also statues sitting on chairs here. Anna pointed at them. This is the Supreme Court, Tia Louisa said. When people do not agree, the Supreme Court decides what is fair. The Supreme Court is like a teacher. Teachers talk to children when they argue, Anna said. They're not wrong. Welcome to the Library of Congress, Tia Louisa said. There are so many beautiful books here, said Anna. I'd love to read books to Sarah. Almost all the books published in the United States are here, Tia Louisa said. I would love to read them all one day, Anna said. Tia Louisa and Mama smiled. Why do you think they're smiling at each other? I think it's because it's probably impossible to read all of the books that are in the Library of Congress, but maybe if you start now, you'll get a head start on it, maybe. They went back to the National Mall and walked across Independence Avenue. Look, I know the man in the statue, Anna said. He is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he had a dream for everyone to be treated fairly. This is his memorial, Tia Louisa said. I will work for my dreams too, Anna said. What's his name? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We talked a lot about him in January when we celebrated his birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Anna and her family walked among the flowering cherry trees. Look at the beautiful cherry blossoms, Anna said. These trees are a gift from Japan to celebrate the friendship between the two countries, Tia Louisa said. They sat down and watched the paddle boats go by. Anna hugged Tia Louisa and said, Thank you for this wonderful day. I will never forget it. All right. So that was a good second read to our story. Anna goes to Washington, D.C. All right. So let's take a look at some of our words that begin with the letter Y. Now, the first few words I'm going to do, and I'm going to say sorry, I am going to say them. I'm going to read them out to you guys, and you are going to blend them, okay? All right, so the first word is the word yes. Yes. What word did you hear? Yes. Yes. All right. The next one. Yard. Yard. Where's Miss Ball? In her yard. All right. And the last one for the letter Y. Yarn. Yarn. What's the word? Yarn. Yes. All right. So something I forgot to show you guys yesterday, silly Miss Ball, is the sign for the letter Y. This is the sign for the letter Y. You hold up your pinky finger and your thumb. Y, y, y. And when you say that y sound, you smile a little bit. Y, y, y. All right? And the second letter for the week is the letter Z. You just draw a Z in the air or a little zigzag. That's how you sign the letter Z. You can use your pointer finger or you can use your pinky finger. All right, I'm going to blend a few of those words and you are going to tell me what words you hear. Are you ready? Z, ooh. Z, ooh. What word? Zoo. Good. All right, and one more. Actually, two more. Z, o, n. Z, o, n. What word? Zone. Good. Now the last one. Z, oom. Z, oom. Zoom. Good. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a couple words and you're going to show me that it either begins with the y sound or the z sound. Are you ready? Here we go. Yum. Yum. Good. Yell. Yell. Zip. Zip. Yam. Yam. And the last one? Zoo. Zoo. Good. All right, now you guys are going to do some blending. I'm going to write a word on my dry erase board. You are going to sound it out. Are you ready? All right. Here we go. Give you just a couple seconds to sound out the word. Ready? Did you get it? Yes. Yes. Good. All right. Next. Ready? Yam. 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 Isn't that funny the way we make that ass sound sometimes? Yam. All right. Do a couple more for you. Ready? Ip. Ip. Zip. Zip. Good. All right. And your last one. You ready? App. App. Zap. Good job. All right. Now, let's put some of these words into a sentence and see if you can read the sentences. Are you ready? You ready? Go ahead and take a try on that one. I can app zap it. I can zap it. What can you zap? What can you zap? If you're a superhero, you can zap the bad guys, right? Zap. All right. Let's do a Y one. Yes. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. What can you do? Tell me something you can do. You can learn from home. You got it. You can learn from home, and you're doing a really good job at it too. Yes, I can do it. And you know what I can do? I can teach from home because I want to keep you safe. You want to stay that way. All right. I think that is it for our teacher book today. Short lesson. Now, what I want you guys to do is pull out your packet, and you are going to take out the second page in your packet. It looks like, get all my stuff situated so the wind isn't blowing away. Okay, it looks like this. All right, we are still covering the letters Y and Z. Okay, so on the front page, you're going to be writing the letter Y if it begins with the Y sound. And on the back, you're going to be writing the letter Z if it begins with the Z sound, okay? And if you're not sure, it has the little picture at the top, what letter you're going to be covering, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and go over these pictures, and then I'll let you guys get to work, all right? On number 1, yak, vest. Number 2, yolk, yarn. Number 3, yo-yo, yogurt. And number 4, yawn, jump rope. Okay, so I'm writing a Y. And then on the back, this is your Z page. Zoo, zebra. 0, quarter. Zipper, 6. Pen, zigzag. Okay, so you will be doing that on your own. Then you're going to do your 20 minutes iReady lesson. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Bye.